Well, this is very impromptu, so I can't really take credit for any of it. It's just a quote, and it says, "A friend's eye is a good mirror." It's an Irish proverb, and I say that for all to not assume to live by your friend, how your friends view you, but to live up to your friends' view.
Thank you, Michelle. So,
Anyone have a meeting minute?
I'm gonna just pause awkwardly here. Since she, and our impromptu extemporaneous Toastmaster today is actually our esteemed Area 52 Governor. I'd like to introduce Sheila Moore.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for coming today. I'm so happy to see so many people. Okay. I think we still have roles to fill, or did I miss something?
I think we're good.
Yeah, that was good.
Okay, who's evaluator number 1?
Maybe.
Maggie? Oh. Also, do I have intros for Darren and Chris?
Chris is gonna
Scratch me.
defer to speak on the speech test.
Oh, you are? Okay. I missed that too, sorry.
To have a canter?
No, if you don't have anything for me,
Okay.
that's okay. We'll wing it, sorry.
Okay.
We're practicing things. Okay, well, I guess we'll move on and call up our word of the day. Michelle, please.
The word of the day is fervor. First, I didn't know I could spell that way. Apparently it is. Meaning warmth and earnestness of feeling, passion, and zeal. My example sentence is, my daughter explained with great fervor her excitement of eating lunch at the pre-K kids at her daycare. Thank you.
Thank you, Michelle. I would like to next call up our general evaluator for the day, Lori, to introduce her evaluation team.
Yes, we have a full meeting today, and our first speaker is Darren Dickerson, and he will be evaluated by Maggie. Thank you, Maggie, for stepping in. And our second speaker is John, who will be evaluated by Alan. And Chris, were you speaking today or not? Okay, fine. And so my task today is just doing a recap of the whole meeting and calling up the first 2 evaluators and then reviewing the meeting today. Sheila.
Okay, and Darren, you're doing speech number
4.
4.
I can give a brief.
Will you please?
Dan will be giving his speech number 4 today, and it's called How to Say It. His objectives will be to select the right words and sentence structure to communicate his ideas clearly, accurately, and vividly. And he's encouraged to use rhetorical devices, eliminate jargon, unnecessary words, use correct grammar, and we're looking for 5 to 7 minutes.
And John's evaluator, Alan.
Yes, John speaking for 5 to 7 minutes on how your body speaks. He will be employing some good use of gestures, facial expression, and using his body to help convey what he wants to tell the audience.
Thank you, Alan. Okay, and our timer today is going to be Arlene.
Thank you. I'm going to be timing all the speeches and anyone else that talks, such as the table topics participants, and table topics will be, is that normally the 1 to 2 minutes? So 1 minute for the green, 1.5 for yellow, and 2 for the red.
And finally, our counter, who's our counter? Gary is.
I will be counting the ahs and ums and inappropriate fillers, crunch words, flimsy words, etc. And reporting that back to the group at the meeting.
Okay. So, without further ado, I'm going to call up our first speaker of the day, Darren Dickerson. He is going to be giving speech number 4. I will say it. Darren?
Knowing where you're going, having the passion to achieve, and understanding that you can't do it by yourself are 3 keys of leadership. As a kid, I enjoyed building things. In junior high, I created my own company, Dickerson Carpentry. I built a workbench in my parents' basement. I claimed the space, built this bench out of scrap wood, and above it I put this huge logo, DC. I remember saving money for this clamp vise to put on the bench, and I slowly began to gather tools. So I had a bench, I had tools, but what I didn't have was a vision. I didn't know where I wanted to go or how I was going to get there. Now, when I joined the workforce, I didn't have to worry about vision. I worked for a big company, Honeywell. They had plenty of people at the top that could worry about that vision stuff. I just had to focus on doing my job. The problem was understanding how my day-to-day activities tied to the bigger picture. And not having that understanding for me made it very difficult to continue to have that passion to achieve. So I went to a small company, and eventually my take charge leadership style led me to management. In a small company though, there's no training for how to become a manager, so you learn everything on the job experience. And oftentimes, as a new manager, you really don't know anything other than doing what you've done in the past, which is do it all yourself. But I found over time that if you didn't invest in developing your people, ultimately, not only would you be hurting the business, you'd be hurting yourself in terms of future advancement. So developing your people and empowering them are 2 keys that I learned. When I came to Medtronic, I had a small team of engineers, and I worked in the cardiac surgery business. There, since it was a small business, we were able to really immerse ourselves in the therapy. We spent time in the field with cardiac surgeons. We spent time in the OR, observing open heart surgeries. And it really was a great opportunity to be able to see not only how our products were being used, but also what our customers valued about our products. And this drove to tremendous motivation. And not unlike other roles that I had in the past at other companies, in my position, I was expected to really provide that vision for how we were going to take this small company, this small business, and grow it. But you can't spend a lot of time on vision if you're trying to do everything yourself. So I realized from my previous experiences that if we really were going to grow this organization, we had to develop strong engineers and leaders that would help propel the business forward. So as we grew the team, I continued to actively look for the next leaders within the group. And when I found people that had the interest and what I believed to be the talent to be those next leaders, I promoted 2 engineers to management roles. Now, once they were managers, I instilled within them the importance of developing their people to continue this process going. Now, as a director, what I believe my philosophy was to enable to empower these managers, these new managers. What I needed to do was basically bring them into the day-to-day activities that I was responsible for. So I got them involved in things like cost center management, working with finance on the monthly accruals, leading our monthly development team meetings, and all the other tasks that I did as a director in preparation for their future advancement. I left cardiac surgery now 3 years ago, and when I left that business, these two managers subsequently were promoted to senior managers, and my position actually went unfilled for 9 months. And that's a fact that I'm actually very proud of. Now here at Neuro, as a core team leader, I'm responsible for the next generation platform for InterStem. I've talked about that before. And it's kind of staggering to think that there's more than 100 people tied into this project, more than I've ever had on any project that I've ever led in the past. So providing vision and really inspiring motivation, and then empowering this team, not just the core team, the extended team, are key things that I must do as a core team leader. So knowing where you're going, vision, motivating, that ability to motivate your team, and understanding that you can't do it by yourself, empowerment, are the 3 keys to leadership. Madam Chairperson?
Great speech, Darren. Thank you. Give you a couple moments to fill out an evaluation for Darren.